So I'm just going to say right off the bat that these young people are much better public speakers than I am, so bear with me. I just want to start by thanking the young people who are running the show tonight because they're doing an awesome job. And I want to thank NYC Outward Bound Schools for this tremendous honor. I'm humbled by receiving this award because I'm really only a small part of a really special community of educators, students, and staff that makes NYC Outward Bound Schools such an extraordinary organization to work with, and Leaders High School, where I work, such an extraordinary school. We call our school Leaders High School because our old name, the Expeditionary Learning School for Community Leaders, doesn't roll off the tongue so easily. And so, although our shorter name, of course, is much better, it really is our community at Leaders that makes it such a remarkable school. So if you'll indulge me for a couple of minutes, I'd like to tell you a little bit about and thank the different parts of Leaders community and share how each of them has inspired me, supported me, helped me to grow, and made me a better teacher and a better person over the last 8 years. So Leaders is a place where students learn through inquiry, by exploring their interests across disciplines, and by doing what professionals in their disciplines do. This is all possible thanks to the vision of the different principals that we've had at Leaders, and so I'd like to thank each of them. The founding principal, Sarah Weeks, who took a chance by hiring me when I was a young teacher who didn't know anything, and who, through some very tough early years, really focused our school on preparing our students for success in college and pushed the teachers to embrace progressive ideas like standards-based grading and crew and learning by doing. I'd like to thank David O'Hara, who was our principal for the last several years, for fostering the growth in our school over the last several years, including becoming a member of the New York Performance Standards Consortium, where students demonstrate their learning by writing and defending independent research papers instead of through standardized testing, which has been a huge change for our school, and also for instituting restorative justice at our school. And then I'd like to thank our current principal, Tom Mullen, who's somewhere in here, for bringing so much enthusiasm and pushing us to continue to refine our practices and making the experience of being a Leaders student and a teacher at Leaders even more rewarding. I'd like to thank the incredible colleagues and staff at Leaders High School, including our assistant principal, Bethany O'Shea, who's also in here somewhere, our office staff, our social workers, our guidance counselors, and especially our teachers, all of whom are just as deserving of this award as I am. These educators inspire me and push me to be the best teacher and person that I can be. They visit my classes, they coach me, they hold me accountable when I need to be held accountable. Everyone goes above and beyond to bring exciting and fantastic opportunities to our students. For example, taking 10th graders on college overnight visits, providing backcountry backpacking trips for students, and having our students present their research and experiments on the dangers of hydrofracking to New York State Senator Kirsten Gillibrand's office in Washington, D.C. Just to name a few. These kinds of opportunities are made possible by the supporting and loving community that exists at Leaders, a community that exhibits our core values of leading, learning, contributing, and exploring. And of course, our students are my favorite part of our wonderful community at Leaders. As Shaz has already told you, there are a really diverse group of people from throughout Brooklyn and the other boroughs who speak more than 20 different languages and are my biggest inspiration and my greatest source of pride. I've had the privilege and the joy of teaching each graduating class that has come through our doors, and I can say that they leave our school as young people who are wise, empathetic, and compassionate critical thinkers who are making and will continue to make our world a better place, giving me hope for the future of our country and our planet. I would also be remiss if I didn't thank the tireless efforts of our students' parents who trust us to do right by their children and who provide love and support for them. And I want to thank all the members of our extended community, especially New York City Outward Bound Schools, whose instructors and professional learning coaches help to teach us and our kids, that what we are crew, not passengers, really means. All of the experts and panelists who have attended our student-led conferences and passage presentations over the years, I want to thank them as well. The donors who have generously supported our organization by funding college trips and who have provided many of our graduating students with scholarships that have enabled them to go to college, and all of the instructional guides, NYC Outward Bound school designers, and anyone else who's ever coached me and given me feedback on my teaching. All of these people together have made Leaders a special learning community and have made me the teacher that I am today. Finally, I'd like to thank my own personal community, my parents. I come from a family of teachers, my family and friends, for teaching me that even when I don't always succeed, my goal should be to do everything with integrity and love. And so it is a real honor to be a teacher who gets to work with so many inspiring young people and adults and to receive this award. I am truly a lucky person to be a part of this special organization and this special community. So thank you so much for that. Now, in what is probably my most important function here tonight, I am supposed to remind you that the silent auction is about to end. So if you haven't yet, you should go bid on something. And I'm really interested in those Hamilton tickets, so if anybody wants to get them for me. Thank you very much.